Wenn ich versuche, auf Deutsch zu sprechen, klinge ich wie ein unsicherer, neuer סטודנט. אבל כשאני מדבר בעברית, יש לי הרבה יותר ביטחון עצמי. And of course, when I speak in English, I have a lot more confidence in general and don't stutter over my words like a newborn giraffe. I'm coining the term language learner voice to describe that hushed and hesitant tone of voice that you hear from people who are in the early phases of speaking and pronouncing words in a language that they're learning.
Ja, ich glaube, dass wenn du viele Freizeit hast,
And in this video, we'll go through 3 techniques for how to get rid of language learner voice and sound the way that you want. While you may think of speaking as a fundamental skill in language learning, it can help to further break down speaking into generating sentences, pronouncing them out loud, and having the confidence to do so. Most of your language learning time is likely dedicated towards understanding and outputting to ensure that you're demonstrating mastery, at least one day, of your ability to generate sentences. When you do speak, hopefully it's clearly enough that other people can understand you, even if it sounds clunky. And both the meaning and the pronunciation of what you say can be weak points for language learner voice, which can sit at the intersection of both of these. But before we get to the 3 specific techniques for speaking, it's important to dwell on the fact that in general, in life, confidence should be based on mastery. That means you should strive to be well-rounded in your target language, and you should aim to have mastery over understanding, speaking, and writing at least to a level that you're happy with. For example, if you're primarily using self-study, each day, pick a topic from this list of prompts, watch a video on the topic, and then see if you can talk about the topic for 5 minutes. And make sure to plug any gaps in your vocabulary or knowledge as you go. Make sure you're doing lots of listening and watching of shows and documentaries and podcasts and TV shows. If you enjoy grammar, spend time with that, ideally with the instruction being done in your target language. Again, most of your language learning efforts should focus on building an intuition in your target language, whether that's for understanding or for pronunciation. Your goal should be to continuously cut down on the number of times that your brain stutters, either in understanding or in producing something when you're trying to speak. If you're happy with your progress but are ready to get rid of your language learner voice, here are 3 techniques to build up the escape velocity that you need to feel confident. Record yourself and then listen back to it, but specifically with your phone or your microphone across the room. If you haven't recorded yourself speaking or at least reading in your target language, try it at least once. Seriously, today. Set a timer for 3 minutes and then speak or read until that timer goes off. You'll learn a ton by listening back to what you say and the way that you say it. But for this technique, the added step of placing your phone or microphone across the room means that you'll need to project your voice. This point is key because in general, you interpret projecting your voice as a sign of confidence, and that will really help with your language learner voice. This technique is also great because it can work whether you're reading something in your target language or trying to speak and generate sentences on your own. Having the mic all the way across the room gets rid of the zoom factor where you can just rely on the fact that you have good tech close to your face, which can compensate for your lack of confidence when speaking. Read through something 100 times out loud. This should be something that you can read through in under 5 minutes, so the patterns and transitions are something that you can cement in your mind and your mouth. Imagine the block of text that you're reading is a giant block of marble, and each time you read through it, you're carving it that much more into the beautiful accent that you're hoping for. This technique will also build your ability to speak uninterrupted as you streamline your ability to read the text. As you get closer to that 100 times, you may even memorize the full text, which would unlock the amazing experience of reciting something fluidly in your target language. And that will help change how you view what you're capable of. So please pause this video and think of 3 things that you'd want to read 100 times. It could be a kid's book or a section of a podcast or a page of a book that you're reading. If you find the concept of talking to yourself alone in a room very awkward, then consider going to a very busy or a very secluded location. Then, either with headphones in or a phone up to your ear, pretend like you're having a conversation with someone in your target language. Being in an open, public space surrounded by a lot of people that you don't know can give this beautiful sense of anonymity where you might feel comfortable speaking. Or another option is that safely walking along a busy road might drown out your voice to those around you, and then you'd feel comfortable then. On the flip side, if you like more secluded areas, if you're already going to go to a forest or a path in your area for a walk, the quiet there can help encourage you to speak as well. If you want to see someone get rid of their language learner voice in real time, I'd encourage you to watch one of the most memorable YouTube videos that I've seen in this video by Elysse Speaks. Seeing her speaking in German at the beginning of the video and then 2 months later at the end of this challenge, you see how much her confidence and her skills have grown. On her channel, Elysse shows how she puts in the work by taking classes and watching content and working with tutors. While those more traditional methods can definitely work, as she shows, based on my own experience, I know that the 3 techniques that we walk through in this video can also help build confidence when it comes to speaking and understanding in your target language. That's all for now. Catch you in the next one.